Sibingelele Mahlabezulu. Igama ngithulana kaNkala. Namhlanje ke ngililethele ubaba uMlotshwa onguye omele iqembu lezaphu. Ofisa ukuthi ancintise ukhetho lwezeParlamente esiqintini sase-Insiza North. Baba Mlotshwa siyakwamukela kuma-Thebuleni Broadcasting Corporation.
Ngiyabonga baba Nkala, ngiyabonga baba ukuba semsakazweni. Ngibingelela labalaleli la yonke electorate yeNsiza North constituency.
Hayi siyabonga kakhulu. Baba Mlotshwa, sizwile ukuthi mhla ka-14 June kuzobe kune by election eInsiza North, and njalo siyazi ukuthi lizobe limele iqembu lezaphu lapho. Kodwa ke before sifike lapho bengifisa ukuthi like lazisa abantu ukuthi kati uThabani Mlotshwa vele ngubani, uzalwa ngubani, uzalwa kuphi, wafunda kuphi kanjalo.
Ngiyabonga baba Nkala. uThabani Mlotshwa was born in Umzingwane district in 1962. Ezalwa nguThemba Mlotshwa. uThemba Mlotshwa uzalwa eGwathemba emaplotini koMbiwa koMahlangu, kodwa kwakhathesi sesakhele kuMzingwane district. uThabani Mlotshwa started his primary education in Umzingwane. He moved to the secondary education in Mziyatini Mission, which was closed down at the height of the liberation struggle in 1978. Then I moved to Bulawayo secondary schools where I did my secondary. And thereafter I graduated, I enrolled with Gweru Teachers College, an associated college of the University of Zimbabwe at the time. Right now, it is now called the Michigan State University. After graduating as a secondary school teacher, I then taught in various secondary schools in the country. Anyway, before then, I had already started my career in politics. I started as early as 1975 when I was the youth in Umzingwane. We went to many places as youth during the liberation struggle. We did a lot of support to the fighters in the bush at the time in various ways. When I enrolled at the Gweru Teachers College in Michigan, which is Michigan State University today, I became a treasurer of ZAPU at the time as a student. We worked with George Marange in Gweru at the time. The late George Marange was a ZAPU stalwart at the time. So after completing my education, anyway, before I can go further, I was unjustly arrested in 1984. My crime was attending a ZAPU Congress at the National Sports Center in Harare in 1984. You would also remember that it was during the time when it was a Kukuraundi time. I was detained at the Harare Central Prison. I shared the cell with Kenneth Mano. He was a ZAPU Central Committee member at the time. After release, I went back into teaching. And my first posting as a teacher was in Rimuka High School in Mashonaland West. And then later I moved to Tiwarasekwa High School because there was a lot of teacher shortage at the time. So it was easy to move to one school to another. Then I also went to Popoma High School, where I taught briefly there before moving to Milton High School. And then my last posting as a secondary school teacher was in Luveve Secondary School. But in between then, as a ZAPU treasurer at the time, there were so many challenges because when I was teaching in Tiwarasekwa, my family was persecuted in Makwekwe. That's where our residence is as a family. They had to wake up at night during Kukuraundi time to bury my cards and all the records that I had at the time, just to save the family from persecution from Kukuraundi. So after that, I then, I think it should have been in the 90s from Luveve Secondary School. I then, like everybody else at the time when things were getting tough in the country, I emigrated to Botswana, where I taught in secondary schools. It was a government secondary school, actually, in Moleplule. That's about 60 km from Gaborone. I was in a government school. I stayed in Botswana for, I think, about 10 years. And then around about 2008, I then returned to Zimbabwe. That's when we revived ZAPU. And then I was involved in the revived ZAPU. Ngaleso sikhathi babankala salungiselela iCongress. Mina ngomunye okade phatheke kakhulu ukulungiselela iCongress yeZAPU. Bengingu secretary we accommodation Congress Planning Committee, where the successful Congress in 2010 at the Bulawayo Showgrounds. A well-attended Congress at the time with the President Dumiso Tabengwa at the time. It was very, very vibrant. Mm-hmm. Thereafter, I was elected to a position of district chairman, of a ZAPU district chairman in Umguza district. After that, I was then elevated to National People's Council, representing Umguza district as well. Then in the last Congress, that was in 2021, you would remember that the Congress was postponed for many times because of the COVID pandemic. Our DD had already passed on. May his soul rest in peace. You would also remember, Comrade Nkala, that this week we were celebrating the life of our late president. May his soul rest in peace. Thereafter, I was elected into a National Executive Council of the party. And currently, I am standing. I was appointed into Secretary of Education and Training of the party. That's the current position that I'm holding right now.
Okay, asibonge kakhulu Baba Mlotshwa. It is clear ukuthi you've got an array of skills and experiences and the involvement yakho ku politics. Hayi ibukeka isukela kudala le. So angibuze lana ukuthi kubukeka ukuthi wena ungasemzingwane, singathi ungasemzingwane. Kungani usiya mela abantu baseyinsiza?
Ngiyabonga Baba Nkala. Uzananzelela ukuthi khona Insiza North is made up of 12 wards. 2 of these wards are in Umzingwane, where I come from. I think specifically it will be Ward 7 and Ward 13. And then 10 others are in Insiza. But then, like I said earlier on, I'm not new to Insiza. I grew up in Kwatemba, Gomalumakhe kababa, Emaplotini, plot 15 in to be specific. Then Katesi abadala sebe ngisebenzise iplot khonapana ensiza ngebusiness mina actually I'm into cattle fattening, I'm into cattle rearing. So I am using that plot, and therefore I'm a stakeholder in Insiza under Kwatemba plots.
Okay.
Where I have a plot right now.
Yeah.
So I'm very knowledgeable with the area because I grew up there. My father grew up there. In actual fact, he grew up with our late president, DD, in Kwatemba.
Okay.
So I'm quite well versed with the area.
So kuzwakala uyayazi indawo njalo vele uhlobene naleyo ndawo nama roots akho lapho. Uma ungasichazela nje ukuthi kati leyo constituency i-constituency enjani we understanda kangakanani?
Mr. Nkala, i-constituency lay is made up of a farming community. Njengoba nasitsho nje ngithi mina iKwatemba, those are old plots akudala. But the vast majority of the area is made up of former commercial farm areas, which after the land reform program, they were turned into resettlement. The area goes up to Harare Road. It takes Fort Rixon, it takes Shangani, it takes PPS. Most of these are farming areas. The traditional villages that you know are very, very few in this area. It is a farming, basically a farming community area. Is made up of resettled people in the area.
So ngokubuka kwakho nangokuyazi kwakho indawo ubona sengathi abantu be-Insiza North ama short term and long term needs abo kungaba yini?
Mina bengikhangelele baba ukuthi abantu bayahlupheka ikakhulu imigwaqo, ngoba imigwaqo yiyo evula amasango wonke ukuthi abantu benelise. The roads are currently impassable. Ngithe ngikhona ngale ngibone bezama ukugreda umgwaqo lo suka koSkuta usiya udlule ePhaphamo usiyale. Manginanzelela ukuthi sebekwenza nje ngoba kuthiwa kule election. Thina ngokwazi kwethu indawo le ayikazi grade lokugrade. Ungathi uyathatha umgwaqo lo oyewanezi mission. Hayi baba kubuhlungu lokhuyana abantu bayazi lo bangikhuluma ngisezenje ukuthi kumi njani. The road is just too bad leading to Wanezi mission. And what makes it worse, we have big companies mining gold just after Wanezi mission. And they are using big trucks and that road is not maintained. It is in poor state right now. It's not only that. The whole constituency, the roads are really bad. So I think the roads themselves will open up the whole area so that people are able to travel. I'm also looking at clean water supply to the communities. 45 years after independence, Mr. Nkala, people are still fetching water from rivers, contaminated areas, and they are drinking with animals. No, I think these need to be addressed as quickly as possible. The government must, and I say must, drill boreholes within walking distances of the people. They are suffering, they need water like yesterday. And health facilities, Nkala, we need clinics within walking distance, equipped clinics, not just clinics. We need to see clinics that are with medicine to help local communities. We look at schools. This is remember, this is a former community where the farms are situated very wide apart. And the children are walking very long distances. Small children for that matter, especially the ECD. We just need to look at the school so that all children of school-going age must attend school within walking distance. Some are walking 15 kilometers, some even more. We want to reduce the distance so that every school-going age child must go to school. And again here, we want these schools to be staffed by people who are conversant in local languages and traditions. We are not being tribal. We want children to learn in their mother tongue. They learn better when mother tongue is used, especially at early ages. So we want that to happen as soon as possible. It's a mining. It's a mining. The community is a mining community area. It's a farming community area. You would know that in just ended drought, people lost a lot of livestock, which forms part of their livelihood. We have the disease, I think you have heard about it, called the January disease. It wiped, a lot of people lost their livestock, which is part of their livelihood. So we want the government to look at the people of Insisa. Some lost the whole head. We want them to prioritize the area in terms of restocking. The government must step in to those people because that is their livelihood. And then again, we want supervised dipping in that area to eradicate these diseases that are caused by ticks. These are tick-borne diseases. We want a thorough dipping exercise. And in mining, in Ghana, we would like to see our youth, local youth in particular, getting involved, and it must be organized so that our people benefit, the state benefits. We want the mining and the minerals to be channeled in proper places. And the mining must be done properly to avoid land degradation. Then on long-term issues, we want to look at this land issue, which is ZAPU. We are saying it's irreversible. We want land to be done properly, and we are saying no to multiple farm ownership. We don't want that. We want the people to feel secure in the land that has been redistributed to them. They must get title to that land, A1 and A2. We want people to feel part of the land reform program, especially the local people, because you would understand that our policy is devolution in Ghana. We want local communities to be in charge of their areas, to be in charge of their development. So if I am elected myself, I will make sure that in each ward, there must be a ward development committee by the local people themselves. And the development programs must be driven by the local people. This is what we are looking at.
Okay. Imihle kakhulu imbono yakho. Ngoba ukhulume ngamanzi, wakhuluma ngamadibha, wakhuluma ngemining, awakhuluma nge-education, schools for abantwana, health. Esikhathini esiningi ama-political parties anokuthi ngesikhathi sokhetho ayenza ama-promises. Angisho ukuthi wena ungeke uzwa fulfill. Kodwa ke yini oyinikeza abantu engabanikeza ithemba lokuthi wena ungumlotshwa umele izapho uzozigcina izethembiso zakho. Okay, hayi asibonge inetwork ibingani yasihlupha ke, kodwa ke sesiphendukile futhi Mahlabezulu. Baba Mlotshwa, njengoba nje bese ngishilo bengubuza umbuzo ukuthi njengoba ubukeka unezethembiso ezinhle kangaka, engicabanga ukuthi i-constituency yensiza izozijabulela kakhulu, kodwa ke bemfisa ukuthi ngazi ukuthi wena njengomlotshwa, wena njengezapho, yini ezokwenza ukuthi wona ukwazi ukuthi uzigcine lezo zethembiso mawuwini?
Ngiyabonga Nkala. Nxa lokho angikwethembisayo Nkala, ngikukhuluma labantu ngithi mina akulazinto engizabuya ngizithwele mina ensizwa ukuthi bantu besiza nanku. Kufanele ukuthi kuphume kibo abantu bensiza, babe yibo abangithumayo ukuthi lapha Mlotshwa njengoba ubona iklinika leyila, abanye basuka lapha besize iklinika, omama, abantu abadala, abantwana, ubuzima abahlangana labo yilobu. Abantu ngokwabo khonapho kumawazi yibo kufanele bangitshele, bangiphathise. Hayi ngithi mina into lezi kufanele zivele kibo abanikazi. Mina bangithume ukuthi lokhu lalokhu mmeli wethu yikho esikufuna kuqala, kube yile list eyokuthi lokhu sikufuna kuqala, kulandelwe yilokhu, kulandelwe yilokhu, kulandelwe yilokhu. Yikho indlela emfuna ukusebenza ngayo leyo baba.
Hayi no, kuyezwakala kakhulu. Ngiyazibuza ukuthi njengoba nje seliqalile i-campaign, lingasithi fahla nje kancane ukuthi ihamba kanjani?
Okwakhathesi bekukuhle baba, besiphambana nje lalaba abanye abakhankasayo, asikabona okubi. Abantu basemukela ngoba abantu bakhalela utshintsho. Bathi ngani kuyake kutshintshe, labo bake babona ukuthi izapho ihamba ngaluphi unyawo. Yikho abakukhalelayo bafuna ukuthi ngani kuba lo tshintsho. Babone labo ukuthi kwenzakalani, ngoba
maybe before silugoqe lolu hlelo lolu, uma abantu befisa ukuthi bekuxhase, bekusapote, ikakhulu ku-campaign yakho, bengenza njani? Bengakuxhasa ngani? Bengenza njani baba Mlotshwa?
Ngiyabonga baba. Abantu bangaxhasa ngendlela ezitshiyeneyo. Siyaye besikhala ngama-resources nje ukuthi senelise ukuthi sifinyelele wonke umuntu, simtshele ngalokho esifuna ukubenzela khona thina sizapho. Sifuna ukuba mela ubuqiniso, hatsho ungasikho kweqiniso esikubonayo ngalezi insuku. Umgwaqo gradwa mhlana kuyi-election, abantu bazaphiwa ukudla mhlana kuyi-election. Sifisa ukuthi abantu bensiza bazimele, bangaxhumana lami efonini, bangaxhumana le-campaign team yami. Silama-poster, abantu bangazibalela bezwe ukuthi izapho ibathembisani. Sithi sizakhokhela ngayiphi indlela. Yikho esihamba ngakho Nkala.
kuhle kakhulu ngicela ubanikeze iphone number yakho abantu.
Ngiyabonga. Inamba zami ezile WhatsApp 0784 399 706. Ngiphinde njalo 0784 399 706. Ngiyatholakala futhi nakunet 1 0712 371 624.
Baba Mlotshwa, asibonga ukuthi uzile wazosinikeza information onayo. Ngiyathemba ukuthi abantu manje sebene idea yokuthi kade uThabani Mlotshwa ngubani, umeleni. Ngithemba lokho kuzobanikeza ithuba elihle lokuthi uma bekukhetha bekukhethe besazi ukuthi bazokuholda responsible and accountable for what. Siyabonga kakhulu, ngicela unikeze amazwi akho okugoqa baba ukugcina.
Ngiyabonga Nkala. Ngithi ebantwini besiza North akeli yekuzaphu iphathi yenu eyalilethela umbuso esilawo balimele ngokweqiniso. Sizimisele ukuthi silimele ngeqiniso. We would like to represent you well in parliament. Give us the chance. Sipheni ithuba sizalimela ngendlela elifunayo. Ngiyabonga indimi zonke kanti mina ngithi ngangafundisa eMashonaland ngiyazikhuluma baba Nkala. Banota urashona tota kukumirirai zvechokwati chaizo saka toda kuti voterei tozokumirira kuparliament. Ndatenda. Ngiyabonga. Thank you very much.
Hayi, sibongile kakhulu baba Mlotshwa. Siyathemba hayi asibongi bakwethu. Ngiyethemba ukuthi limzwile ubaba uThabani Mlotshwa omele iqembu lezaphu ukhetho loma by elections eInsiza North, ukhetho oluzoba khona nje ngayona lenyanga ezaye kaJune mhla ka14. Siyathemba ukuthi lizizwile izithembiso zakhe. Siyathemba ukuthi lizokwazi ukuthi lixhumane naye njalo lixhumane nezaphu. Limbuze lokho elingabe lithanda ukumbuza khona. Kodwa kwamanje ingathi i-network yakhe ngani isimhlupha. So asisakwazi ukuthi singaqhubeka nayo interview. Kodwa ke sizothi uma singamthinta njalo sikwazi ukuthi silimeme ukwenzela ukuthi likwazi ukuthi lizibuzele imibuzo. Kube yini elizibuzela imibuzo ukuthi baba Mlotshwa uhamba kanje lithini ngalokho. Kodwa ke kasibonge kakhulu ayizwakala indoda ekhaliphile kakhulu njalo ine experience ku politics. Ayisiyathemba ukuthi uma ingawina ingakwazi ukuthi sigcine lezi zithembiso. Asibonge Mthwakazi kaNdaba, asibonge Mahlabezulu. Nguthulano kaNkala uthi khumu.